We first came across Suno online on Facebook, and when we saw that half the profits went towards helping out women in developing countries, we set up a meeting with Roz, and we thought, what an amazing company to get on board with and do an ad for, and we really wanted to help out our cause.
About 5 years ago, I was studying industrial design at uni, and we had a guest lecturer come in, and she was from a local charity that she'd started called One Girl, and the charity was working in Sierra Leone, and they were giving education scholarships to girls that were, had nothing. And after a while, they realised that the girls weren't attending school when they had their periods, and for up to a week every month, they were not going or missing out on their schoolwork, falling behind in their exams and eventually dropping out. And I think I had my period at the time, and she was explaining what they were using instead of pads and tampons, and it was like rags and leaves and bark and sponges, and for some reason that idea wouldn't leave me. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I had the idea for Suno, which is selling more eco-friendly sanitary products and donating half the profits to charities like One Girl that are helping educate and empower women living in poverty.
Really, our intention with the ad was to highlight the stigma against menstruation in developing countries and ask the female audience to recall their own anxieties and trepidations during their transition to womanhood and put themselves in the shoes of girls who are less fortunate, and in doing so call on them to do their little part towards helping the lives of others.
I remember when I first got my period and I was running around with my cousins, boys and girls, and feeling like a kid. And then I remember getting my period and my nan fixing me up and then going back to rejoin in the game. And I remember just not being able to, feeling like I'd stepped over that line between being an innocent kid and being a woman. And suddenly it was a very strange place to be and very uncomfortable for a while. But obviously I never had the problem that kids in developing countries have, where they also have to deal with the fact that they don't have anything safe to use and sometimes nothing, and the embarrassment, I suppose, that can happen from that. I guess that's what drew me to saying yes to Suno, in that I absolutely understand that transition and the shame of it.
It makes a really big impact on a lot of girls' lives, and that I don't think they deserve to have. Something that we think of as a burden, but even though it's so easy to us, and we don't really consider how hard it could be for someone else.
In making this ad, we approached it by using an all-female cast and crew, and we wanted to make something that was made by women for women to help out women, and that was really important to us. Finding the female gaffer was certainly the most difficult challenge.
I think there should be much more parity in advertising, film, and I actually would go further to say that men need to sit down for a while and let us girls do our bit.
It's undeniable that we're often on set and there's a majority of men, especially in tech roles. And so if we want to change to a more equal divide, I think it's important that us women take just as much responsibility for that. And so for me, it's really about making a conscious effort to collaborate with both genders equally. And I guess if everyone were to do that, then we wouldn't see such a disparity.
That working with an all-female crew, it kind of made me realise that, I can do whatever I want if I work hard, and just seeing you all managing to do all these jobs that women might not often do, and just seeing you just do it so easily and know exactly what you're doing, really motivated me to want to do that and make sure that I knew that I could do anything.
I was a uni student, I had no money. I had just had this big idea, so I contacted this manufacturer and they told me the minimum order was a full shipping container full of pads and I needed $40,000 to buy it. So I thought crowdfunding would be the safest and most obvious way to do it. We've just expanded into Europe, and we're in the process of doing so in Asia as well. And the next big thing is to introduce tampons into our product range, and we're really excited about what that means for the business and how big it can grow from there.
As well as being something that we can use, it's something that it's a really, really simple and easy way to help someone, to make a difference, and to hopefully give everyone a better opportunity in their life and in the world.